What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Ken Tame is back with you. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe and notification so that anytime I've got these new videos coming at you, you're going to be the first ones to know about it. So we're going to get out here today. We're back at Shepherd Air Force Base, South Lanes. Very, very thankful that they let us come in here and do these videos. So we are here today to take a look at the newest ball from Swag. This is going to be the Ace. The Ace fits into that Joker line that so many people have really, really liked. The Joker series has been very successful. Now, it wasn't long ago that we did release the Mad Joker, and this is a little bit similar to that ball, but there are some differences. So it does feature the Up One hybrid cover stock, same cover stock that we did see on that Mad Joker, which is very, very successful. Comes out of the box at 3,000 sanded, but it does feature the new Grinder V3 cover stock. So we're taking that Joker core that everybody's really, really liked in the past, and we've done some tweaks and modifications to it. So we're going to get out here on the lanes and see what the Ace can do. All right, stay tuned. Okay, so let's take a look at the Ace. Really nice coloration, purple and black. Ace logo, kind of a greenish aqua color. So really nice looking. Typical layout on this, 55 by 4.5 by 25. And we'll start 20. Throw it up the outside with little to no hand in it. Let's see what it does. I still have lines on this ball. I've not thrown it yet. So let's learn it together here. So when I talked about no hand in the ball, that was definitely no hand in the ball. That was completely out the back, flat. We tripped a 2, but it was, off my hand, I didn't really think that was even going to make it to the head pin. Let's try that one more time. So again, out the back of the ball, not a lot of rotation, and it's just walking right to the pocket. So we will go ahead, move 5 left. Now make sure you stay tuned throughout the entire video, because I do have a special guest coming back onto the channel today. So 5 left. Still not a lot of rotation on the ball. Still fairly up the back. Real easy roll. And it's walking right back. So as long as it continues to do this, it's going to be doing all the right things and going to make my life really easy. So we'll go 5 more left. And I threw that terrible.
Edit.
All right. So we'll go 5 more left. So right now we're standing 30. Looking right about 15. And I got that a little tight, a little flat. Didn't really let it get any movement to it. I was in more around probably 18, 19. So let's try that shot again. Throw it properly. See, when I do the right things, the ball does the right things. So off of that, we're going to go 5 more. So we'll get over here at 35. Now we're going to look more around that 18, 19 range. Not great off the hand, but the result was good. Ball still recovered. Got out of it a little quick. We're going to go ahead, go 5 more left. Getting in a little deeper now. Okay, so that didn't want to make the corner. Once I got in around 40 now, if I was over on the right lane, that'd be putting me right up against the ball return. So let's clear this off. We'll see if about getting around the ball just a little bit more. Throw it better this time. There, tightened up the angle a little bit. Not trying to get it out quite so much. I will see if we can go a little bit more. Again, if I was on the right lane, now I'd be looking, standing in front of the ball return. But so far, everything that I'm seeing out of this ball is exactly what we want to see. The ball's making it easy for me to do this. It just trucked through. So even that far over, that deep, you know, we're keeping that angle a little bit tighter. We're not trying to get it to go way outside. This is fresh lanes. They were just oiled. So that's what we're seeing out of that ace. So we'll move back to the right just a little bit. Come in. I'm in here at 35 with my feet. I think this is a really good shot with this ball. Don't even have to put a lot of effort into it. It's recovering nicely. It blends the lanes really well. It's got plenty of stored energy. And so, yeah, the ace is really, really good. I'm liking what I see out of the new Grinder V3. So you can see from the flyer that comes along with the video that you can see that core modification if you look back at an image of the old core. And maybe what I'll do is actually put up a shot of both the Mad Joker core and this core. Let me turn this camera around here for a second. There we go. So let me move this real quick here. There we go. So I think what I'm going to try and do is I will try and do that comparison of the two cores. This is just a camera. Getting used to a new tripod. So we're testing it out here today. one of my staffers had given this to me along with the new mics. So at this time, I am going to bring in Connor is here with us today. So he hasn't been in any of the videos in a while. I think he's having an issue with his mic. Here. So Connor hasn't been in any of the videos in a while. If you guys follow my league videos on Facebook, come on in. Don't be shy.
I'm not.
There's Connor. So he had actually injured his arm. So this last season, he actually went back to just doing two-handed. So he hadn't been in any of the videos in a while, but we're going to get him out here throwing the ace two-handed and see what he thinks about it. We'll try and get him to play straighter.
Might not happen.
So we'll try that to start. He'll start with his feet on 20, and he'll try and play up the lane straighter. He did put a couple shots on it, and for him, that shot did not work. So let's see what it does two-handed. All right. So let's get the camera flipped back around here. Nobody wants to see me. They want to see the ace. So we'll get this readjusted for you here.
Make sure you put it a little shorter. I'm short.
All right. So hopefully the ace works out well for him as well and makes this video really easy to make, because so far the ace has been making this video really, really easy. So you can see for him trying to play it straighter on the house shot is not where it's at for this ball. Not two-handed, at least. So we'll get him to jump 5 more left. And as we go through, he's mic'd up so he can give us some commentary on what he's seeing out of the ball as well.
I think if you're a two-hander that has really high speed, medium to high rev, that outside line may work for you. But for me, not so much. So I'm going to move to 25. Keep it around 16 miles an hour. So it just wants to jump off the spot. So at 16 miles an hour, I'm not putting a whole bunch of spin on it, not getting around it a whole bunch, but it's just picking up early. So try that shot again, try to keep it in a little bit more. At 25, try to keep it in the oil a little bit more. Try to pick up the speed maybe a little bit. Picked up the speed, got a little right, but trip a 4. That one was a little bit faster. I think it picks up really early. I think it's going to be something that, if you're a higher speed two-hander, something that's still going to read early for you and not read too far down the lane. And it is a hybrid, so it can be a little bit different for people. Some people like them, some people don't. So I'm going to move to 30, keep it to the same speed, try to get it out there towards the dry. Wow. There you go. As you move farther left with two-handers, got more revs. They can manipulate the ball a little bit more. So it's definitely going to be a ball to play a little bit of a deeper angle with. Unless you're a one-hander, you don't have a lot of revs, the outside line will work great for you. Something that reads early and will just walk into the pocket. So move over to 35. Try to get it out to that dry still. Same speed. Okay, kept that one in a little bit, kept it in the oil. I did skid a little bit. Also threw that one 16 and a half, so it was a little faster. So we'll clear this one off. Try to get it back down to that 16 mile per hour mark. So we'll try that shot again on 30. Threw that one a little fast, so try to keep it slow.
Were you supposed to be standing 30 or 35 on that?
Oh, I don't remember. I think I said 35 before. I think I was on 35, but I said 30.
Okay.
You can cut that part out, though. Right. So we'll stand on 35. Try that shot again. The last one was a little fast. So try that one again on 35. Might have to slow it down a little bit. But we'll see. I'll come around it. Try to get out to the dry.
So would you say for you that right now that's kind of hitting that limit?
Yeah, I think it's starting to hit that limit out there. Going that deep. I mean, I could always slow it down. I could try getting a little bit more around it. So that was still at 16 miles an hour, which is not slow. Some two-handers can go faster than that. Some don't. So what I can try to do is just slow it down a little bit. Try to get a little bit more shape.
Or what if you keep your angle just a little bit tighter?
You could keep your angle tighter too and try slowing it down. So we'll try that. We'll keep the angle a little bit closer to the head pin. Not as big of a shape. So I think once you start moving that far out, you might have to slow it down a little bit or get around it a little bit more.
Unless you're an alien.
Yeah, unless you're this guy back here.
Okay, so let's see if you move your feet to 40, what happens. Because sometimes you can have that shot where there's a little zone that doesn't work. Yeah, so for you, kind of limiting out right there. And sometimes with the symmetricals, certain people with their styles have a limit. So, but I definitely feel with the ace that if you're a low rev player, like when I stood, we'll just go right now. We'll put our feet at 25 and just throw that up the outside with not a lot of hand. It's gonna walk up. So definitely if you are, and I threw that slow. But if you're a lower rev player, this is a really good ball because it's going to give you that read and be able to walk up for you. Now, at the same time, even if you are a higher rev player, you can still move left with it. And like if we jump, basically I'll jump 10 boards left off of that last shot. And we can still shape the ball and get lots of rotation and movement out of the shot. As a two-hander, everything's different with two-handers, especially it seems like with the symmetricals.
Yes.
So for Connor, 35, he was kind of hitting that limit. Once he got to 40 with his feet, the ball didn't quite want to recover. Now for me out there, I actually came up out of the back of the ball on that one, and it did still recover. But now go ahead and stand 35 again.
Okay.
And throw the shot. And even though it's 7-10, that was a good shot. And I think that was a better shot than what you'd thrown standing 35 before. So, I mean, you guys can kind of be the judge, but for me, what I'm really, really seeing out of the ace is a really versatile ball. All right, everybody, so that is the new ace from Swag. Some really, really good looks with it out here. Like I was saying, for me, what I see out of it is if you're a low rev player, you can definitely set that ball down on the outside, let it walk in, and you can see that it wants to do that with the greatest of ease. And then if you do move left and put a little bit more hand in the ball, have a little bit more rotation, you can do that with it. So it's a really good versatile piece. I think it can definitely be a benchmark in a lot of people's bags. And I see it definitely be making my tournament bags for a lot of regionals. Now, let Connor give some input on what he saw out of the ace and get his thoughts.
Yeah, so as a medium high rev, I mean, I think, yeah, it would be a good benchmark ball. With it being a hybrid, it's something that you can go left with. Depends if you're throwing on a sport shot, maybe a regional type shot, but something you can move left with. If you're higher rev, move right with. If you're lower rev, I definitely say for me, it'd be something like in that 25 to 30. I mean, this is fresh, so but yeah, the 25 range would be really nice, going out to 10 to 5, and it just hits that dry spot, comes off of it real nice, and it's definitely a good benchmark ball.
Yeah, it's clean off the spot. It's not jerky. You're not going to see that hockey stick. Now, both of these balls are laid out 55 by 4.5 by 25. So it's the same layout, two different styles, and you can kind of see those differences in that ball reaction and how the ball wants to perform. So thanks for coming out and joining me today.
Yeah, of course.
Hopefully we'll be able to get him on a few more of these videos. And until next time, again, make sure to hit that subscribe and notification buttons so that you know when these videos come out.
Hit the button.
Worldwide release again is July 15th, 2024 on the ace. Make sure to get yours. You'll be able to get it at CaliforniaBowlingLLC.com, InsideBowling.com, BowlerX.com, and one of the newest websites that's now actually carrying our stuff as well is Hack Jobs Pro Shop. So you can look them up, and they have a lot of our stuff on their website as well. As I mentioned in some of my previous videos, shout out to Hook You Up Pro Shop and Apparel for the shirt that I've been wearing in a few of these videos. You know, Hallmark Shoes helps me out a bunch, so I appreciate everything that they do, and California Bowling, of course. And then for Connor, this is his New Jersey that he got from Bolify, and he does have another new one that he also had just recently got from Chameleon Sportswear. So you can always find any of the registered companies that have rights to our logos for jerseys and apparel under the partner section of our website over at CaliforniaBowlingLLC.com. So until next time, guys, I'm going to get out of here, and we'll talk to you again real soon. Thanks for watching.
And hit that button.